Hi, I'm Andrew Patrick.
Hi, I'm Courtney Hafkin.
And this is BTV News.
The Rewrite, directed and produced by Binghamton alum Mark Lawrence, had its premiere right here on Binghamton University's campus. The Rewrite tells a story of a washed-up screenwriter who comes to the university to teach screenwriting, and while he's here, he discovers more about himself than he could have ever imagined. Mark, his family, Hugh Grant, and other actors in the movie all showed up. It was a weekend filled with a lot of excitement and energy. Here is Zoe Liebman with the story.
Hi, I'm Zoe Liebman. I'm here with BTV covering the premiere for The Rewrite. Mark Lawrence is here, Hugh Grant is here, other actors and cast members. The family's here, the students are here. We're all so excited and ready for the premiere.
Bright fluorescent light is bearing down from above, and I won't get through the night if you don't give me a little love. I lose my patience quick, and I don't know what to do.
Coming back, it was both very, very familiar. In town, we were around Court Street and Johnson City and the Red Robin Diner, and all of that was very, very familiar and looked pretty much like what I'd remembered. Campus had changed more dramatically, but I was just boring the hell out of everyone on the film crew, pointing out where at each spot this is where my wife and I had our first date, and no one really cared. But it was very moving for me.
I went to NYU. And everything that they preached there was that to be a good actor, you have to have a very well-rounded education, not just acting. Because they said, how often do you play an actor on stage? You're always playing a teacher, you're playing a writer, you're playing a politician, all these different things. So it's good to be very well-rounded.
We're both very neurotic, and that helps.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of anxiety between us, and fear of illness, particularly terminal illness and death. That's the kind of atmosphere that hovers over our romantic comedy sets.
Mm-hmm. I think this is a fantastic town because as a student, it's not so big that you can't own it. We really felt like it was ours. And between the combination of the education that you get here and the people who are here, it was just a great way to go into the rest of your life.
Pretend it all is just the same. The score was intentionally a lot like the kind of music that I like to write anyway. It was very piano-based. It was pretty stripped down. It was a little bit bluesy. It was a little bit funky. It was a little bit jazzy. And it was a ton of fun that I got to have the whole band playing on the score. Cool, yeah, it's all right to play this charade for just one night. But when the time has come, oh, could we take it back to where it started from?
So I heard you were in a band here called Bondi, and so you dabbled in the music industry, and your son Clyde worked on the score for The Rewrite and other movies that you've written as well. So talk to me a little bit about how is it to be able to work with your son and how he inspires you with the music and you inspire him.
Well, it's very easy for me and Clyde to work together because I was a really mediocre musician and he's a really great musician. So there's nothing competitive about it. But we share enough DNA so that it's very easy for us to talk in catchphrases, almost like people don't even know what we're saying. But if I'll say to him, it's like the middle eight on that Traffic song. He goes, yeah, I know what you want. So it's almost never full sentences, and it's just wonderful to be able to do that, and to have an incredibly talented composer in your house is really an advantage. And we've always gotten along really well, and I hope I'm able to get him for future movies because I think he's going to be doing a lot of work.
Very cool. Okay, so you met your wife at Binghamton. And did that inspire you for the writing and the script of this film? And also, did it inspire you to make the rewrite now?
It didn't specifically inspire me, but the idea of falling in love in Binghamton was something that I was familiar with. So to that extent, then I would say that the rewrite reflects that. Yes.
Zombie Nation had their 3-on-3 tournament, and it was a battle. Zombies and aliens put their armor on and got their Nerf guns ready for the tournament. Andrew Patrick covered the story.
Bearcats Nation, what is up? Andrew Patrick here, live at University. And in just a few short minutes, we're going to be having ourselves a tournament of a lifetime. Zombies, aliens, and 3-on-3 Nerf tournament. Let's go in and find out how it all unfolds. What is the Zombie Student Association all about if you were to describe a newcomer just coming right in?
It's all about just hanging out, having a good time, just people with the same interests, even if you don't have the same interests, just getting together. Well, we get together once a week, 9 o'clock Thursdays, well, UU 120. We just hang out, do whatever we feel like every week.
How do you recruit new members, basically?
Well, we try to do word of mouth. People that are in the club just try to get their friends to play, try to get everyone in their communities. We put out posters for all our events. It's on Be Engaged. We just Facebook. We just try to get the word out as much as possible.
The whole entire Nerf tournament. How excited are you just to be a part of this?
I thought it was really well done. I mean, they spent a lot of time making these cardboard decorations and obstacles and stuff, and I thought it was really well done.
Of this year's Nerf tournament, how did you feel that it went this year?
We had a couple teams that haven't actually shown up before, so that was pretty impressive. They did really well.
I love the new people turnout. They haven't seen any of these faces before, so it's awesome.
After a whole entire exciting Nerf tournament with zombies and aliens, it turned out that B-Town the GOAT turned out to be the victors over everyone else. And what turned out to be an exciting tournament. Make sure you look out for the next coming events that the Zombie Student Association has in store for us this year.
We have a bunch of different events coming up in March and April. We have our Humans vs. Zombies one-day game the 29th of March. And then we also have a week-long starting April 16th.
For BTV News, this is Andrew Patrick signing out. Sodexo's contract is up for renewal with Binghamton University, and students from Real Food Challenge, Democracy Matters, and Ideas Club are working together to spread awareness of their plans for Sodexo to use more locally grown food. Their goal is to have 20% of all food come from locally grown farmers. They campaigned in the library and got hundreds of students to sign their petition. Michael Strack has the story.
We are for the Real Food Challenge. We're Democracy Matters and Ideas Club together. We are trying to get people to sign a petition that Sodexo, by the year 2020, will be selling 20% of their food that will be locally and community-based, ecologically sound, fair, and humane. These are the basis of what our idea is and what we're trying to get Sodexo to be selling their food. And it's a gradual process, so that's why we're starting at 20% by 2020, but we're hoping eventually over time, as we learn more and as people learn more, then more people will become educated and we can get more people to be buying foods like this and more companies, and Sodexo will eventually expand to greater than 20%.
And we're also educating people on GMO crops.
Yeah, that's the other part of it. We're also trying to educate people about food in general. That's why it's a Just Food Rally. So we are going around and also telling people about what they're eating and what they should be eating instead, and how to educate themselves about food more.
Don't be a chicken. Sign the petition. We want better food options. Have you signed the petition?
Real Food Challenge aims to promote local, organic, sustainable, and fair trade food on campus. This isn't just on campus, it's kind of a holistic view of the food system. So it aims to promote better workers for the producers, for the farmers, better conditions in terms of the consumers. It aims to really improve environmental conditions as well as health. So food that's made without pesticides, herbicides, fertilizers, anything like that. Food that's good for your body and that comes from somewhere that you can trust, and food that's not, the production doesn't negatively impact the environment in any way.
Don't forget that we want better veggies, locally sourced, community initiatives, humanely treated animals.
So I support it because it's more healthy and it's organic. Like growing, foods that aren't affected by chemicals will help, our society just get away from using these pesticides that, cause cancer and cause different mutagens in the body.
I feel like this petition is very important because I definitely support eating healthy, and this is definitely a great way of making that happen.
Sodexo's contract with Binghamton University is actually expiring really soon. So this is a chance for us to implement some real change, get them while they're vulnerable, and we're going to bring all these signatures to the Binghamton administration. Show them that this is something students really care about, something students really want to implement on campus. And we're not asking for much. It's 20% by 2020 of investments in our food system into food that's ecologically sound, fair and just, and a completely holistic view of the whole situation.
I signed the petition because I think that food issues are super important, and especially on college campuses, we have this huge opportunity to create change, and we should take advantage of that.
We want better food, working with Sodexo, 20% by 2020.
We have a lot of confidence, and today's been great. Everyone's been so involved and interested in hearing what we're talking about. So,
what do you think of their 20% by 2020 idea? So
I think it's feasible. I think it's definitely done, especially because there are a lot of farms around here that are just based on doing everything organic and doing anything without pesticides and insecticides. So I think it's totally feasible to do.
We're at over 500 at this point. We have several lists that are still filling up, so we're trying to get to over 1,000 by the end of the day.
And we only needed 500 for our objective, so we've surpassed that today.
Yeah.
I think the university will respond to it.
I think if they believe in themselves enough, they can accomplish anything.
We can do this, America.
Help us, dude.
Binghamton. The job fair in Binghamton was a major success, with over 1,000 students attending and over 100 employers in attendance. Employers from all different areas came looking for the academic excellence of Binghamton students.
Students from a variety of majors were able to find employers who suited their career goals. Remember, use Hire Bing to find that job or internship you really want.
Michael Schrack covered the story.
We're here at the event center where thousands of BU students have gathered to showcase themselves to over 110 different businesses and organizations. I'm all dressed up and ready to go. Let's go inside. Year are you?
I'm a senior.
And what major?
Industrial and Systems Engineering.
What do you think of the selection of employers?
I like the number that they have. They have a lot of different employers this year.
And any specific companies you're interested in?
I think I'm going to go look at Global Foundries first.
What's your year?
I'm a sophomore.
And what are your goals for today's internship fair?
I think my goals for today's internship fair are to talk to as many employers as possible, try to get my name out there, give them my resume, hopefully make a good impression.
What's your major?
Economics. Actually, I'm undecided, but probably economics.
So I'm here with Bill McCarthy, Associate Director of the Fleischman Center, and he's here to answer some questions about this year's career fair. So what do you think is so special about this year's career fair?
Well, I can tell you that this year's Job and Internship Fair, we have a record number of employers attending, 115 registered employers. So it's an all-time record for our fair. So we're excited about having for-profit, non-profit, government employers. We've had a great partnership with the CCPA area, where we've worked with them to have some of their employers come here to make it one big successful fair, bringing lots of employers together so students can talk to all sorts of different speak about opportunity.
What's the name of your company?
automated cells and equipment.
All right, and what do you guys do exactly?
We do custom automation for manufacturing plants and basically make a robot do anything that a customer wants it to do.
We develop software for the retirement industry, so we'll support several larger financial institutions. We're an up-and-coming firm, went from 30 employees to 300 in just 4 years, and we're continuing to expand. So real exciting time to be part of Envisage.
We are UP at Metroplex.
And what do you do exactly?
We are a off-campus student housing complex.
How many people have come to you guys today?
I'd say we had at least 125, 150 people.
I would say between like 30 and 50.
Between 30 and 35.
And how many do you think you're looking to hire?
Possibly 2 to 3.
We have several openings right now, actually. We're really looking for interns. We have 3 internship openings. We're always looking to add on a bunch of software developers as well.
What do you think separates BU students from the rest?
Well, Binghamton students, are smart, eager, motivated. We hear that from employers all the time that, they want students that are eager to get into the workforce, that want to dig their hands into and get the job done right. They bring their smarts and intelligence, so they separate themselves in many different ways.
Our motivation, our integrity, everything about us. Go Bearcats.
What do you think separates Binghamton students from others?
They always seem to be really well prepared, well dressed. They know what to say, and their resumes are always excellent. I really enjoy coming here to BU.
I applied to Geosystems. I applied to Bartell, Industrial Systems Engineering. So a lot of the engineering companies, I can't even remember them all, to be honest with you.
All right, and you think there was a good selection, or do you wish there were more to pick from?
No, I thought the selection was very broad. I feel like a lot of them are very local. There are so many that aren't only going to be local jobs, but I mean, as far as a wide selection goes, there was definitely enough for accounting and engineers and all that.
What do you think about for the rest of the majors?
It was definitely, there was a lot of engineering, definitely. I don't know, I saw a lot of financial and business too, but I don't know where else you're going to look for. Like, I saw a couple people walking around with history majors on, and I was like, what are they doing here? So,
if you had one piece of advice for all the BU students here, what would it be?
One piece of advice for Binghamton students for the job and internship fair, always before you come to a fair, on the Fleischman Center website, we have all the employers that are always on our website. So one, research the employers before you come to the job and internship fair. Because out of 115 employers, you're not going to be able to talk to everybody in the amount of time here. So you have to look at those employers you're interested in, make it a smaller list of employers, and all of a sudden start to work that list when you talk to them.
The Fleischman Career Center would like to remind students to use Hire Bing for all your career needs. The Fleischman Center is located in the University Union. And reporting from a rarely sunny day in Binghamton, this is Mike Strack, BTV News.
Wonder what there is to do on the weekends to stay warm?
BTV reporter Victoria Rosenthal asked students what they do to stay out of the cold.
Bundle up. Here's the story.
Hello BU, this is Victoria Rosenthal reporting for BTV 6, and it's really, really cold outside. Today, on this wintry Monday afternoon, it is a mere 21 degrees outside, but it feels like 7 degrees with wind chill. This has been less than lovely weather. Remember those wind chill warnings? There's definitely more to come, especially with this winter storm warning. Going downtown in these frigid temperatures, forget about it. I went and spoke to people on campus to see what they like to do to stay out of the cold but still have fun.
On weekends, I like to catch up on my favorite shows, relax, but also go out and party with my friends and drink.
I like to cozy up inside of Starbucks.
Oh, I like to do that with you. Starbucks is really warm and cozy. It's a good way to avoid the cold.
I like to stay in. My roommates and I watch movies, or we'll play some board games, or like
Cash is no joke.
stupid board games when we were little, like Twister and Connect 4 and stuff like that. Or like Never Have I Ever and stupid little things like that.
What my friends and I like to do is play Super Smash Bros. Melee.
I really would just like to sleep in a lot, I guess.
I like to stay inside and have a hot cup of coffee.
I sing opera.
I go to meditation club, and I like to read, and that keeps me away from the cold. And I eat warm food at the food co-op.
I like to stay at home and pretend like I'm going to clean my room, so it gives me an excuse to stay in. And then sometimes I do, but most of the time I just sit and browse the internet and pet my dog.
I really like just staying inside and making like a pie or something.
And I really love having hot chocolate or, just making cookies or something like that.
Making some food different. As we are international students, we live together and try to make some our food which we like in our traditional food. All kind of some games, playing games, LAN gaming, and that's all. I'm completing the assignments.
I'm gonna stand on the cold this weekend by watching season 3 of House of Cards on Netflix.
Right now on the weekend, I'm planning to play paddleball.
Sometimes they have campfires.
On the weekends when it's really cold out, I watch Netflix and I sleep a lot.
Sometimes I drive to new places, and I'm in rehearsal a lot.
On weekends, I like to sleep as much as I can, play the ukulele, and sew.
On the weekend, I play a lot of video games and get drunk.
If you have the bae, then you just stay home and you cuddle with the bae. If you don't have the bae, you get on Tinder, try to find the bae. And if Tinder doesn't work, then you go downtown, you get drunk, and hopefully you wake up in a safe, warm place.
Not be outside. Because outside makes me sad. When it's sunny, it's nice.
I like to read, reflect on my life. Quite a fair bit of crying, definitely. And definitely hanging out with my friends too.
I joined a local roller derby team, so we have practices on Sunday nights. And I like to knit. I'm knitting a scarf because it's so cold that I need it to go outside.
It was just too cold outside. I could not stand up there any longer. I was losing feeling my fingers. That is just how bitter the cold is out there. So if you're making your way downtown or trying to get to class, always wear your hat, gloves, scarves, and bundle up.
That'll do it for this episode of BTV News.
I'm Courtney Hafkin.
And I'm Andrew Patrick. Thanks for watching, Binghamton.
And stay warm.